Hey guys, Ranchin here, bringing you all stack of commentary. This is going to be the fourth set of the quarterfinals, Group C of the Avalon MSL, Bisu versus Iris. Iris 1 game away from moving on to the semis, and Bisu then, of course, 1 game away from getting knocked out of this MSL. Man, oh man, oh man. This is turning out to be a damn good MSL, where you see guys like, when you see guys like Iris coming out of nowhere and performing at this level that they are. I honestly thought Bisu should have been able to take the last game. I just thought he didn't utilize his forces well enough. His initial recall was not effective enough, despite the fact that he still managed to prevent Iris from taking the amount of bases he possibly would have wanted. At the end, he still allowed himself to lose way too many forces into absolute oblivion, and then to get himself, basically to get his front stormed, so we'll say. Where Iris stormed the front, led by tanks. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm so used to the timing of these things, I don't even need to see the numbers to know when the countdown happens. Really. But this is going to be on Heartbreak Ridge. And this is going to be a doozy. Let's see, we're going to have Bisu as the teal toss at the 3 o'clock position at the far right. That means we're going to have Iris as the red terran at the 9 o'clock position at the far left. And Bisu already having a probe on the way. Oh, man. Bisu not sparing the cheese. And we've always said Heartbreak Ridge is a map where you can cheese. Like, there's a lot of locations. If you know which way the other guy is going to scout, you can cheese. And there's positions. You might put this, if he is indeed going to put down some sort of either proxy game. Yep, there you go. We're going to put down a pylon right there. And actually, I'm not quite sure if this is the best location. We're going to see what way it is that the SCV scout going to go for Iris. It's all going to come down to that. But Bisu, really, just the fact that he's resorting to this might actually be telling of the amount of pressure that Iris is putting on him. Bisu's only win has come by way of, well, a rather cheesy strategy. Not maybe full-on purist cheese, but, you know, still rather cheesy play. Now it's going to come down to, let's see, SCV is going to go out there. He's going to spot the probe. But it's going to run up north. Oh, man, not going to spot this cheese coming in. He's going to run in through the mid. Actually running SCV back at this point, possibly just running right outside the natural expansion. Just spot what's coming up. Actually putting down his refinery, so he does not expecting this. Oh, man, he's not expecting this at all. First gateway already on the way. Probably just running around, being annoying. Preventing that SCV from putting down the racks. Okay, even putting down a pylon to do so, and Iris has got to be suspicious at this point. Iris only put down that refinery to prevent the gas steal as soon as he spotted that probe. Just not putting down his racks right inside of his main, not managing to put down a wall. This is going to be horrible. He's going to find himself with a zealot right inside of his base very soon, and that probe is also going to be critical. Let's see what Bisu actually, he does have that one single pylon there. We're going to see what actually decides to add in a shield battery as well. One gateway is going to be probably, okay, never mind, pylon has been cancelled. Of course, the shield battery would have been better in a slightly closer position to the base, but the rack still not up. SCV is forcing each other to actually repair each other. Still not managing to take this probe out, and Bisu just showing how annoying he can be with one single probe. First zealot already out. He's just going to run that right in. Nothing really to defend except for SCVs. They're going to be forced to fight that zealot back, and Iris is going to spot that right now. We're going to go, uh-oh. We're going to see what actually tries to put down a second rack right away. First rack is ready, so he's going to be pumping Marines, but the zealot just has to be very careful to keep the zealot away. Not going to have that zealot and that probe inside. Going to start up by killing SCVs. Iris is going to be forced to micro those around like crazy, running between the middles. Definitely going to get some of his mining interrupted. Using several of his SCV, just force Bisu back. First Marine on the way, he's going to be able to force to block that. Just very careful in how he blocks that. Already losing one single SCV, just has to be very careful. Killing that probe is critical. First Marine almost going down there. Second zealot right inside the way. First Marine does go down. Critical there. The first Marine so critical. Factory at the north side, so Iris kind of trying to hide the fact that he's putting the factory down. If he does get vultures in the mix, he might be able to defend this, might be able to micro those vultures around, but he's losing a lot of SCVs trying to micro against these. First zealot finally goes down. He is, of course, very good for him. He's going to be able to run the Marines between that racks and their command center. Very critical for him in that regard. Oh, it's lost so many SCVs. Zealot finally going to go down. Still the probe alive. Another Zealot running in. Factory coming up. So the Vultures are going to be out in the field fairly soon. So Bisu finally going to pull back, put the Subnetics core inside of his main. not going to be able to continue this up. Still 3 Marines there and 1 Zealot and 1 Probe. Not going to be able to do anything against that. Also, supply depot getting put there in a kind of a blocking position. And Marines actually going to move out now, run right behind the barracks. Going to start by firing off. Second Zealot now coming in to help support CV Scout. Finally, Iris deciding that, okay, I've lost a lot of force, but I can finally do something about it. So Bisu just trying to draw fire here, but Vulture on the field. Probe's going to finally go down. Zealot's going to be forced to run away. And second gateway coming up right inside of the main of Bisu's. Iris not going to sacrifice that Vulture to try to do some sort of harassing. He's going to be able to micro that around against those Zealots, because of course it's kind of like microing against see a lot and kind of microing kind of like against the Zerglings you do against the Zerg. So of course spinning, and first Dragoon coming very close. Right close to Bisu's base. This is going to help against that Vulture. Those Marines, that Vulture, going to have to be very careful. And what Iris needs right now is a tank. He's going to need a tank. Zealots and Dragoon are going to come in very close. Oh, man, all the Marines going down. Not being managed to do anything. Iris quit Marine production, trying to get his economy going, trying to boost his economy, finally pushing Bisu back. One single Dragoon in the mix. We managed to take out the Vulture. It's going to be critical. Marines go down just before they manage to take down the Zealot. And first tank now is in the mix. Zealot instantly goes down. Second Dragoon coming in. Third Dragoon coming in from the main of Bisu, I believe. I might be wrong in that regard, though. 2 Dragoons is going to sit right outside of Iris' main and just going to try to at least take down one single supply depot. The Marine and Vulture and Tank going to go out there and going to force those Dragoons back. So, yeah, Bisu is going to be forced back until he gets more Dragoon reinforcements. Probably going to keep up the pressure. Iris scrunching his face there, actually rubbing his nose. Definitely irritated. He's had his economy seriously harassed. He's been forced to rebuild a lot of SCV, so Bisu in that regard is definitely ahead. He lost his forces, and he definitely didn't have a strong economy doing what he did, but he's been completely unharassed. SCV's going to go right again inside and going to get killed by a Dragoon right outside of Bisu's main. Mines out in the field, so those Dragoons going to be running right into danger. Be very careful. Huge minefield, very close. All the mines very close to each other, just the way you want to be. Bisu going to try to, getting one of the mines, hitting one of the Dragoons, though. So a decent mine position there by Iris. Is going to be needing a few more just in case he wants to keep those Dragoons back. I think he definitely does not want to waste minerals on a bunker at this point. 5 Dragoons, and Bisu's putting down his natural expansion. Iris desperately trying to hold him back. If he loses that tank to those Dragoons, what he just might do, he's going to be in a horrible position. Tank emerging, mine. All the mines except one have been cleared at this point. 1 Dragoon heavily damaged, 1 Dragoon going down, but the Vulture still being produced. And at 1 forward gate, which is going to be able to produce a lot. Iris just now putting down his command center. He's going to put it inside of his main to float it off later on. Bisu's going to be getting his natural expansion going as well. So both players, we're going to see what they actually switch into more of a macro game. 2 tanks in the mix now for Iris, and Bisu has pushed all of his Dragoons back, so he's not going to keep on the pressure, not producing from that gateway anymore, I believe. So we're going to see whether that ends up being a bad decision for him, whether that gateway just gets whittled down and taken out. But of course it is going to be, in case he goes for aggression, he's going to be quick reinforcements to that position in case he goes for some Dark Templar tech or some such. Does have a second gateway, or third gateway really, second gateway inside of his main, third gateway overall. And Iris actually now pushing out a little bit, has a Vulture, it's probably just going to go out and kill this gateway, so Beast is going to lose a few minerals there. But he's done enough damage that this doesn't really become a huge factor. So he's going to go around getting the scout, does see the base, and going to run out just before it can fall under Mass Dragoon fire. Robotic